welcome to this week's Careers Couch. I'm your host, Byron, and today I've got Ezrael Linsao, one of our recruitment team here in the Sydney office at the Career Building headquarters. Welcome to the show today, Ezrael, and thanks for coming back.
No worries, Byron. And hello, everyone. It's nice to be back in Sydney from a 2-week trip from overseas, and I really love what you've done with this headquarters.
Yes, thank you. We've certainly upped our game with the Careers Couch. We've listened to our viewers and the comments about the poor audio. We'll call that one out. So we've invested in some better audio equipment and video equipment to up our game and help you as a candidate or client get better value from this show. So thanks for the plug, Ezrael. And I guess today we'll be talking about 6 steps to a successful career change. Now, 20% of Australians last year made a career change within the last 12 months. Did you know that?
Yes, exactly. And a matter of fact is that 57% of people, of Australians, actually go through a career change once in their life.
They do, and it's getting more and more common. Most people are staying around between 3 and 5 years now. It's not unusual to see more jobs on a CV than what you would have seen 2 decades ago. Probably your parents had the start and finish the same job, but it doesn't seem to happen in this day and age.
No.
So I guess the first step that we wanted to bring you today is a little bit of self-assessment. That would be the big one when making a career change. And why do you think that's important?
Yes, self-assessment is very important, Byron, because it's really daunting to ask yourself, and it's going to come, once in your life where you've got to ask yourself the most confronting and difficult question: is this career really for me, or what do I want to get out of it?
Yeah, I think that's true. You've got to confront yourself with some difficult questions as well. What do I want to get out of this career? What sacrifices am I prepared to make to achieve my new career change? What are your strengths and weaknesses? And, a good one I can give a first-hand account, sacrifices. I've got a lot of pilot friends because I've got a passion in aviation. And some of those guys make massive sacrifices. They work 2-3 jobs at a time while studying full time because they've got to fly during the day. So they might be a waiter, they might be a bartender, they might do picking and packing or baggage handling or something at odd hours. But making those massive sacrifices to allow them to get through their studies, to get the hours up, and then hopefully fly for Qantas or Virgin. It's big, so they've really sat down and made that self-assessment and said, this is a career that I want to do.
Yes, and another one would be to seek advice.
Yes, I think seeking advice is a big one. You can talk to, if you're in high school or whatever, a careers counsellor. If you are that young, I think you need to just go with your gut a little bit. What do you really enjoy doing, and just go for that. If you're a little bit older, maybe talk to other recruiters or HR professionals, or talk to people, that are working in that field.
Yes,
that you want to be.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. And obviously, another thing would be to speak with your boss.
Yes, that one can be a daunting one, as you know. Your boss, in some companies, rules with an iron fist.
Yeah, you can't really talk to them as much, but it's really important to speak with your boss if you're wanting a career change, because they can actually tell you exactly, without you having to ask yourself what your strengths and weaknesses are, if they're on board with it, and also they can give you a good perspective about who you are as a person, what they think you're passionate about, and where they think you can be successful.
Yeah, well, that's right. Over the life of your employment with a company or employer or whatever, your boss truly genuinely gets to know who you are, what your strengths, weaknesses, what kind of person you are, what motivates you, what doesn't motivate you. They're, I guess, outside eyes looking in at your career. So I guess the fly on the wall analogy. They are excellent. And sometimes, if your boss isn't ruling with an iron fist like some of them do, you'll be surprised how supportive they can be. I know when my partner wanted to make a change from consumer goods with Sony. She went to LinkedIn. She spoke to her boss and said, "Look, you know, I want to make a change. I've been here 7 years. I feel like I've done all I can do, and there's nowhere really to go." So yeah, Tim was highly supportive of that. What can we do to help you get there? What kind of employers are you looking at? Interview coaching and all that kind of stuff. Even though you're in HR, you haven't interviewed for a long time. So
Yes, exactly. And it does alleviate some of the stress as well, knowing that your boss may or may not be on board with you, but it just gets it out of your system just to make sure that, yes, my boss knows about it, and they could be on board or not, but...
And if they are on board, fantastic. They are going to be your biggest advocate. They're then going to give you a good referral. You're not going to trap them in the dark and slap them in the face by saying, "Hey, I'm leaving next week." So I think that's very important. It also shows that you care about the business because you can help them future plan and transition into a new employee, or maybe that position is redundant anymore. Last week we spoke about why New Year's resolutions and goals fail and how to implement them. So I think this is number 4 on the list, which is setting some goals to get that new career change.
Yes, you need to set very smart goals, making sure that the first, from now to the next 3 years would be quite specific and knowing exactly what you want, how you want to get there. And then from then on, it doesn't have to be that specific, but you still have to know up to 10 years because it really gives you that good guidance about what you're going to do. But with that as well, another goal that you can do if you're, in sales or recruiter or whatever you do, would be to do cold calling. Cold calling is not dead. You can make 5 to 10 cold calls a week to recruiters, to people you want to seek advice from, your boss, whoever it is that you want to speak with in order to help you out with the career change.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you're truly enthusiastic about making the career change and it is a position that you want to move into, picking up the phone and dialing someone about it, it won't be that hard because you'll sound enthusiastic, you'll have energy, they'll want to listen to you, and tonality is a big thing on any call. So if you are picking up that phone, talking to someone enthusiastically, they will listen to you. They might be busy at the time, but they say, "Hey, can I call you back later and give you some advice?" I've done that previously in my career where I've wanted to transition and reached out to people. I think that's a big thing. And step number 5 on our list is the network. So, talk to your network, maybe make a new network, go to networking events.
Yes.
What are some of the benefits?
Yeah, go to lunches, connect with people on LinkedIn, talk to people on LinkedIn, anyone who's already doing the exact career that you want to change into, because it's one thing asking your boss about it, asking yourself, do I want this for myself? But it's another thing if you can talk to people who's already doing it and enjoying it, because they can really give you about the whole day in the life, the culture, how it's like doing that job, what the job entails exactly, more than just what you see in the videos or in the movies, why you want to be that person.
Yeah, I think even in your industry, Ezrael, you do civil infrastructure recruitment here in Sydney. You've got site supervisors that are aspiring to be a project manager, and that is a career change because it's going essentially off the tools into a bit more of a desk job, so to speak. You might be managing multiple projects, but you might not have the skill set yet to go and do that. So speaking to one of your project managers or something like that would help. Maybe it might not be the job for you. Maybe it's something else, or maybe it is. Who knows? But you already have those people in that network to talk to within your company or your peers or colleagues or things like that. And if you don't, jump on LinkedIn, reach out to people.
Yes. Exactly. And another one on our list, which is the last one as well, would be volunteering.
Yes, volunteering is a big thing. It doesn't mean you have to go volunteer, I guess, for a charity and give your time or anything like that. Although you could. A good example of that is if you were trying to get into sales and that was a passion of yours and you had a charity that you believed in, is to go and volunteer for them and help them raise some money. It'll give you good sales ability and skills, and it will help you talk to people, and you'll be doing something for a good purpose as well. but also within your own company. If you've got, a passion for HR and you've been studying that, ask the senior HR manager along with your boss, hey, I'm hitting my targets, I'm getting everything I want, I'm a little bit bored, but I'm thinking about a career change. Do you mind if I dedicate 5 hours a week or 2 hours a week to one of your projects or something like that?
Exactly. You could be taking care of, getting started with the rostering, the payroll, performance management, whatever it is in HR, but also you can do volunteering outside of work as well, which will give you an actual day in the life and give you first-hand experience about how it is being in the actual shoes of the people doing it.
Yeah, well, that's right. Like, if you want to be a volunteer firefighter, they're always looking, and,
Especially now.
Hearts go out to all the people down south and everywhere about those fires. We wish you all the best. We just wanted to thank you all for joining on this week's Careers Couch. We hope you saw some value. Our 6 steps were self-assessment, seek advice, speak with your boss.
Yep, set goals, network, and volunteer.
Yeah, perfect. If you like this, please like below. Comment on anything that you'd like to know in your career. If you'd like to be featured on the Careers Couch and join as a guest, we'd love to have you on board. But like, subscribe, follow. We're on Spotify, Amazon, everything, all the platforms, LinkedIn. But bye for now.